stayed. It's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through color glass, time moves on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Next tweet. From this point on, it's gonna be on PYTE. Okay, so this is part 2. HRH Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex Spanish accent is very good. I knew this. Also, here it is coming from a Latina as ever. A minute and 19 second screenshot, but there's no comment. Okay.
As a Latina, I am dubbing Meghan Sussex a Latina honoraria, an honorary Latina. So let me tell you why. I was rewatching season 2, episode 8 of her show. Her guest was Jose Andres, a Spanish chef. And for a minute there, they were speaking Spanish. And it just reminded me how impeccable her accent is. And to speak Spanish pretty fluently and to have that great of an accent is not an easy feat. It's not easy. I moved to Spain with my husband at the beginning of the year, and he's learning Spanish right now, and he's having trouble with the accent. He's trying to pick up a Hispanic accent, be it a Spanish accent because we're in Spain, or my accent. How I would describe it from his perspective is he's saying Spanish words in an American accent, and it's pretty funny, but I'm helping him through that. And you can just tell she's proud of it. She's proud of her capacity to speak the language, her accent, and she appreciates the cultures, be it the Latin culture she experienced and the Spanish culture she experienced. And so, as a Latina, a Honduran Latina, I'm dubbing her a Latina honoraria.
Okay, so okay, my son is up. One thing I was gonna say, when she went to that late night interview where she spoke about her education and her accent, she sort of mentioned where she picked up. She was talking in terms of different. You know what? Here's the clip. I don't know. It sort of makes sense to what she's talking about here.
What did you study at college?
I double majored theater and international relations, and then I went and worked for the U.S. Embassy for a bit. And
Where?
In Argentina, in Buenos Aires.
That's sensational.
Isn't it
You
great
speak
too?
Spanish?
I do now, but they speak
Right.
a very different kind of Spanish. It's Castellano, so it almost sounds like Italian.
Yeah.
¿De dónde sos? ¿Y cuándo llegaste? Yeah,
Cuidado. Yeah.
exactly. Hey.
All right. So let's go to the next tweet. Someone just sent me something. I don't know. Maybe I'll put it later. Oh, my notification just pop up. Next tweet. All right. So this is an old video. Meghan must be one of the sweetest women on earth. 11 seconds. Some screenshots in between.
Hello, thank you. Oh, like you always, they said yeah. Of course, absolutely. I'll make sure that they do. Thank you so much.
So that's that. There's no comment. Next tweet. I think this has to do with Jessica Mulroney. If I'm not mistaken, I think there's a divorce with her husband. Okay, Daily Mail, Duchess Meghan should be scared of Jessica Mulroney's non-existence memoir. What the hell? This is the nonsense. They want to pen women against each other. This is BS. I have to say, Meghan's booty and that dress is so juicy. I remember when I used to watch Suit and I would just stare at her butt. Oh my God, I don't think I will be doing that. This is so absurd. Every dog's booty and his brother have been threatening to out Meghan for years. The result? Nada, nothing, nihil, zilch, except for vague and repetitive bullying allegation. Why after 8 years of furious digging, there is zero dirt to report? Because there is no there. Alright, let's pause this. My British media and their masters get constant diarrhea and sneezing while hosting whenever they think about Princess Meghan and what her next move is. Alright, so there's all of that. They all right. Jessica knows all kind of things, like what really went down behind the scene and how that family and institution abused Meghan. The Canadian stylist told the Mail she was absolutely not working on the memoir. A source said Meghan will be worried if Mulroney decided to publish, but Mulroney remains firm in her refusal. Even if she write a memoir, who cares if she mentioned Meghan? Because from I could see they have a good friendship. Now we don't see them in public as much because she's going through her own issues and probably the backlash because she's a working person in the public eye. I don't follow her, but from what I've learned about her in Canada, so the Devengers who will probably go after her if she showed up with Meghan and all of that, so she stay probably, this is my opinion on this, in the public she doesn't show up with Meghan. I will hope one day she does one of the Netflix show with Meghan, with Love Meghan, that will put a squash everything anybody's saying between what's going on between her and Meghan. But what I think is happening for the public, they don't do public things anymore, but privately they're probably much closer than they were before. All right, yes, Jessica can let us all know how much of a bitch Kate Middleton was about them bridesmaid dresses. All right, so there's that. This is the last one that I have here, and I'll pause after that and see what my notification is showing. All right, so there's this here. Duchess Meghan had received an offer to host the UK radio station she called her favorite on With Love Meghan. Really? Receive, you mean? LOL, she should do it. Really get under the royal skin. All right, so there's that. Let me pause and see what my notification is showing. The thing that I was seeing was about Trump, so I'm not even gonna go over it. And well, I didn't even pause. Okay, so I type a prayer for honesty. Let's look for an image. I don't want a long one. maybe I'll do the one next to it after that. The power of simple, honest prayers that connect with the heart of God. Heart of God. All right, let's do this. Dear God, we pray for honesty in our lives. Help us to speak and act truthfully in all situations. All right, so that is it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. Part 1 will be on App Team Sussex. Part 2 will be over here on PYTE. All right, so that's it. Thank you for watching.